up, everyone? Welcome back to Nostalgianomics. Today, due to popular demand in the comment section by many people, I'm going to show an actual example of what it's like to invest in Pokemon in 2022. I'm going to use my real-world examples of what I actually invested in earlier this year, show how they're performing now, show the market price and what you could expect to profit after shipping costs and eBay fees, and then talk about what it would look like if you decided to sell out of those investments now and then hold some for the future, how to get your capital back out and recycle that money back into new products like I talked about in earlier videos, and show how to continue this process on and on to eventually get to the point where you're playing with nothing but house's money, meaning you have all of your original capital out of it and all of the investments and money you're using to invest is all profits that you've made over the course of investing. Now, this could take months, it could take years. There's no exact time frame depending on the amount of capital you have in the beginning and the type of products you invest in. It could take different amounts of time for everyone. But I'm going to show you how this real world example happened this year, and then that way hopefully it helps you with your investing journey. I also want to point out in this video, I have no distribution ties. I have no sweetheart deals. I don't have anyone in the industry that gives me better prices than you can get. All of these were bought on the open market, whether it be on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or things like that. So you can do this. You can get these prices. These items were out there. They are continuing to be out there today. First, starting off, I started off with, let's say, a $10,000 budget. Don't let that number scare you. I'm not trying to be one of those people who talks these giant numbers and scares people off and all that type of stuff. So I'm just showing this number because it's actually what I spent on these items. So if you were to spend that exact amount of money by the exact items that I did, you would have these exact same results. So getting into this, removing the big blue box, voila, here's a bunch of numbers. Let me explain them to you. So first off, I want to talk about why I invested in these products. One, I invested in celebrations because I love special release sets. I love anniversary sets. I like the fact that, the Celebrations UPC had that gold Charizard. I like the fact that the set in general has the Charizard in it, has the big three in it, and just the overall, I guess, entertainment of opening it, the nostalgia behind so many of the cards in there. I liked the set as a whole. Special release sets are usually more limited than mass release sets, and so that's why I moved into Celebrations. I moved into the UPCs and the ETB cases. As far as Evolving Skies, at the time of Evolving Skies, when I bought these, the booster boxes had already risen in price quite a bit, and the ETBs were still at retail or under retail, and so that's why I decided to move into the ETBs instead of the booster boxes. Admittedly, I probably would have done a little better in the booster boxes, but I still am happy with how the ETBs have performed. So that's why I moved into those, as well as I love the art. I've talked about it before, but I love the artwork on the ETB boxes in Evolving Skies, and I just think that collectability is going to age well into the future. And then Battle Styles. So Battle Styles is actually a set. I don't really believe in the cards as much. I don't like the set as much, but when it got down to in the 70s booster box, the downside risk was so low and the upside potential was so great at that point that I did pick up those at $78 a box. So let me get into this. Back in January or February of this year, 2022, meaning like 3 to 4 months ago, that's all we're talking. We're not talking years. We're not talking getting back in before the boom. We're not talking having a collection of WotC slabs in 2019 before everything went crazy. We are talking right now, today, 2020. I want to make that very clear because this is still possible right now. So in January and February, I was buying Celebrations UPCs all the way in the 180s, all the way up into the 220s. The average price I actually got was $211 a box for 20 UPCs. Now, I currently only have 19 because I did give one away in my giveaway. So for this purpose, we're going to say I still have 20 because you're not going to be giving away your investments, hopefully. So for this purpose, we're going to say I still do have 20. But realistically, I have 19 because I gave one away. But so 20 UPCs at a cost of $211, it cost me $4,080 to move into that position. In February, I bought Celebrations ETB cases, an average price of $475 a case, which is $47.50 a box. I bought 5 cases. The total was $2,375. In February also, I bought Evolving Skies ETB cases for $375 or $37.50 a box. I bought 5 of those as well for a total of $18.75. And then also in February, I moved into Battle Styles booster box cases. It was $78 a box or $468 a case. I only bought 3 cases for a total of $14.04. So total budget spent was $9,734. So if you had $9,734, you could have made the same exact purchases I did at the same exact times. Okay, they were out there on the open market, on eBay, on Facebook Marketplace. I did nothing special. I have no distribution. I have no sweetheart deals. I want to make that very clear because anyone can do this still. Market price. Now, I get beat up for market price a lot in my videos, so I'm going to make this as clear as possible, as transparent as possible. Let's jump on eBay and show you how I got these prices, okay? First off, for the Celebrations UPCs, the prices have been all over the place. They've been rising, but I took an average price of $375. Right here, we have $365 plus shipping, $369 plus shipping or best offer. We have a $375 plus shipping or best offer. We have a $375 plus shipping. We have a $375 or best offer. Then they, have some new listings that sell right away. I'm not sure how real these are. We have a $399, $374. So what I did, I took a $375 as an average. I hope that's okay with everyone out there. As far as the Celebrations ETB cases, the lowest one in the market right now is $725. The most recent sale is $670. So to be fair, I took the $670 recent sale over the one on market. So hope that is okay with everyone out there. I took the last sale at auction, $670 for my average price. Evolving Skies ETB cases. So these are another one. The lowest price right now is $710, but the last sale was around $630 with shipping. So I took the $630 price. I feel like that's more fair than taking the $710. Again, trying to keep this honest and transparent. And then Battle Styles booster box cases. You can see these are the lowest ones in the market. They're both around $560. The last one that sold was $560. So what I did, I took $560 for a Battle Styles booster box case. So that's how I got the market price for each item. All right. As far as shipping goes, I estimated the shipping on a lot of these. I just shipped out a Celebrations UPC, so I know it's around $15. I estimated around $20 for Celebrations ETB and Evolving Skies ETB cases, and also the Battle Styles booster box case. Just from experience, that's around what it used to be. It could be a little higher now. Also, these prices could be a little higher if you don't have boxes or packing materials and you need to buy those. The prices are going to be pretty negligible. Add a few extra dollars to your shipping costs, but nothing crazy. This is going to be a good general idea of what it's going to cost you to ship. And then obviously there's eBay fees. On collectibles, it's a straight 12.85% was what you'll be paying. And so it'll be $48 on a $375 item, $92 on the $670, $81 on the $630, and $72 on the $560. Meaning your total profit you would make after selling at market price, not your profit total from what you purchased, but your profit after selling at market price after shipping and fees are going to be $312 on the UPCs, $558 on the Celebrations ETB case, okay, so all 10 Celebrations ETBs, $529 on the Evolving Skies ETB case, and $468 on the Battle Styles ETB case. Now, the reason I'm selling this as cases is because if you were to sell each one individually, you'd actually get a lot of your profits eaten up by shipping because the values are still so low. If the values of these boxes rise and they get to higher dollar amounts, the shipping doesn't eat up as much of your profit, so you can then start shipping them out singly. But when they're at these rates, I would suggest shipping them out as cases because the shipping eats less into your profit. So we're going to take this example as if I were to sell everything right now. If I were to say, hey, I'm ready to get out 3-4 months later, I'm ready to get out of these investments, whatever they're at, even though Battle Styles is basically can get me exactly what I paid for it, I'm going to make zero gain. I'm still ready to get out and either transfer them into long-term holdings or take my capital back out, take my profits and move on to new items, recycle and repeat. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove this yellow box and show you what you would get if you were to sell now. So literally, this is literally 3 to 4 months of investing what you would already be able to make. So if you were wanting to transfer out the Celebrations UPCs, what I would usually do is I always like to keep something for long-term holdings and then take my capital back out with some profit. So what I would do here is I would take 16 of the Celebration UPCs, sell them at what I could get at market, so which is $312. Okay, so I would get $312 times 16, which gives me $4,992. Same with the Celebrations ETB cases. I could sell 4 of them at $558, which gives me $2,232. The Evolving Skies ETB cases, I could sell 4 of them at $529 a case, get $2,116. And then the Battle Styles booster box cases, I could sell at $468, giving me $936 if I were to sell 2. Now, I'm sure you realize that's only 16, 4, 4, and 2. Right, because what I would do is I would sell all of those, okay, total that up. Look what you get. You get $10,276. You not only would have all of your capital back that you originally put in, the $9,734, you actually have almost a $500 profit just on the items you sold. Now, you would also have already built a long-term position of a full case, 4 UPCs at a market price of $375 each. So you'd have $1,500 of UPCs sitting in your long-term investments. You'd have 1 full case of Celebrations ETBs, 10 ETBs with a market price of $670 sitting in your long-term investments. A full case of Evolving Skies ETBs, 10 ETBs with an average, with a price of $630 sitting in your long-term investments. And then a full case, 6 Battle Styles booster boxes with a price of $560 sitting in your long-term investments. So you, in 3 to 4 months, you would have already built up $3,360 of long-term holdings, completely paid for and free to you at this point, meaning they go up, they go down, the market fluctuates, does whatever, has reprints. You're still okay because all of these are already paid for. They're just rising in value for you over the future, completely free of charge for you. The only risk you have is losing the current gains that you have. Now, you also would have no risk at this point because you have your capital completely back out. You'd have all $9,734 out. You'd have almost $500 in profit. And now you'd be ready to rinse and repeat this method and move into new items and let them grow over time. Now, the new items might not grow over 3 to 4 months. It might take 6 months, a year, or longer. But this process continues to work again and again. And eventually, if you can do this enough times, maybe you want to come down here and sell more of these items. Maybe you only want to keep 1 or 2 of each box and maybe 1 or 2 UPCs. You could sell those, get a lot more profit, and then you could get your entire capital out of the market completely faster. So the whole goal of this is to eventually have all of your original investment, your original capital completely out, be using all house money to make your investments so that your risk to your actual bank account is 0. Your only risk would be losing the profits that you made, losing your sweat equity, your time, or losing value on your investments that you're keeping long term. That would be it at that point. So the more times you do this, the more times you rinse and repeat, the more months and years that go on, you can get to that point. I talked about it. I got to that point pretty quickly. It might take a little longer these days, but this shows you this is still possible today, no matter what anyone out there says, any other channel, any forum, Discord, anyone's opinion. I actually did this year. These are real numbers. You can look them up. So this can still be done. This is still being done. And, depending on how much capital you have and the time frame you have, you can still do this today. So I wanted to show this video. I wanted to show the real numbers and, the kind of the psychology behind, when to buy and when to sell and, how you transfer things into profits or long-term holdings. And I really hope this video helped everyone out there and everyone asking about it in the comments that wanted to see this. I hope, this gave you what you were looking for. You got a lot out of this, and it continues to help your investing journey into Pokemon. So other than that, if you like the video, you like me, consider subscribing to the channel. If you haven't, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Give me a like, and I'll be back here in a new video soon. I'm out.